So I wanted to make this video and talk about a topic that a lot of people are not talking about. And well, we're definitely talking about freedom of speech, but we're not talking about the guardians of freedom of speech. And that happens to be in the most unlikely of places are comedians. Okay? So I don't care if you're a professional comedian, I don't care if you do it as a hobby, I don't care if you're an enthusiast. Like, comedy has always been about truth, which is why a lot of comedians have always got into trouble and arrested because of truth. A lot of people, like, I'll give you a few instances. Lenny Bruce was arrested in public for just saying a curse word. George Carlin was also arrested for saying curse words, the 7 words that you can't say on TV. Big thing about that. These people gave their lives for freedom of speech and they continue forward. Richard Pryor was also another one speaking about the things that were happening in his community that fucking was just downright wrong. And lastly, Patrice O'Neal. Listen, and especially as comedians go, like, if you've ever like dipped your foot into comedy, like, you know that you have brothers and sisters that like feel the same way that you do. And understand when I say this, I wish to God Patrice O'Neal was alive today. I wish to God Patrice O'Neal was alive today, because he would have ripped this apart in so many ways. In fact, he would have probably been one of the voices before the Orange Man got elected saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" And as of right now, we do have people that still speak up for us, but they are prolific, but they're not as impactful as these gentlemen were. Okay, especially Patrice and especially George Carlin. Like, Patrice O'Neal and George Carlin, if they were alive, they'd rip this apart, and also they'd rip us apart for allowing it to happen. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But anyone that actually follows comedy, and then believe it or not, it's not just telling jokes. There's a certain rhythm, a certain pattern, a certain way of speaking to actually get those laughs to happen. And also, one of the foundations of comedy is truth. Like, to take truth and to present it in a digestible format so that the public can absorb it, also laugh about it, but at the end of it have an aha moment. Like, oh wow, I didn't think about that. Because a lot of people, they just take things at surface value, and especially for some reason, I don't know why, but there's just certain people that are drawn to comedy, not because they like to laugh, but also they just have jokes that pop in their head. Some pop in more than others. And like, that's what gave me the notion to become and try to become a comedian. I became a failed comedian because the stand-up part I just couldn't do because of my back. Real shit. But the thing is that, like, when you go to a comedy club, you're already half expected to laugh. Like, you'll laugh at the doorman, to be quite honest. If he says like a good joke, you'll laugh. But when I was making people laugh at bars, when I was making people laugh in elevators, when I was making people laugh at bus stops, like, and I'm talking about bus stops, like, not even in the same state that I was in. Like, I was in Texas, I was in Chicago, I was in Las Vegas, and I would just be sitting there and I would say something random and have people dying. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try this. But then I found out that it is heavily gate kept. Okay, you have to do bringer shows, which means you got to bring 5 people, and all those 5 people have to have like at least 2 drinks for them to stay. Okay, and for you to get your 5 minutes. There are some places that will make you pay like 25 to 50 bucks for 5 minutes. All right, and the thing is, you're not even going to get like the early spots, like from 8 to 10. Like, no, you're going to be there 2 in the morning still waiting, watching everyone else's set. And if you know, you know. If you've tried it, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You're going to wait until 2 in the morning when everyone's about to sit there and then fall out and leave, and you're trying to like do a set, and people are just filing out, you know? But the one reason why I wanted to bring this up is that because we have to give more respect to our comedians. Like, a lot more, especially like if they know what they're talking about and they present it in a way that like gives you something to think about. Like, we have to tip our hats more to them. And also, because of the way things are going, we need to appreciate the fact that we have the freedom to say something now. I'll give you another one, another prolific character, Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin, Voodoo Child, was a great fucking special. He hit all of the fucking markers. He hit all the fucking markers. He told people straight up, read and say what you need to say before it becomes illegal. And unfortunately, I think we're on the road for it to become fucking illegal.